Most Oscar tributes bring Hollywood together, but this one may have quietly left someone out. Because while the industry gathered to honor Rob Reiner, one familiar face from his most iconic film wasn't there. And now, Corey Feldman is finally speaking out, not with anger, not with drama, but with a line that's hard to ignore. He said it felt like a family reunion he wasn't invited to, and that one sentence has sparked a wave of questions no one saw coming. Because from the outside, the tribute seemed powerful. The Oscars paused to remember Rob Reiner, a filmmaker whose work shaped an entire generation. Clips played, memories were shared, and some of the biggest names in Hollywood came together to honor his legacy. It was emotional, it was respectful, it felt complete, but only until people started noticing who wasn't in the room. Because for fans of Stand By Me, something didn't quite add up. The film wasn't just another project. It was a cultural moment, a story that defined childhood, friendship, and growing up. And behind it all was a tight-knit group of young actors who shared something deeper than just screen time. So when Jerry O'Connell and Will Wheaton appeared at the tribute, it felt like a partial reunion, not the full picture. And that's when people began asking, where was Corey? Because his absence wasn't just noticeable, it felt personal. And when Corey finally addressed it, he didn't lash out. He didn't accuse anyone. Instead, he chose his words carefully. Personally, it felt like a little bit of a family reunion I wasn't invited to. That's it. No drama, no headlines chasing controversy. But somehow, that made it hit even harder. Because sometimes, and what's not said carries more weight than what is. And fans picked up on that immediately. Some believe it was simply an oversight, a scheduling conflict, something unintentional. Others aren't so sure. There's been quiet speculation online, with some suggesting there may be more to the story behind the scenes. But as of now, nothing has been confirmed, and Corey himself hasn't pushed that narrative, which makes his restraint even more interesting. Because instead of focusing on being left out, he shifted the conversation somewhere else, somewhere more emotional. Because this wasn't just about an event. It was about a goodbye that never happened. Corey revealed that he, along with the rest of the cast, had been preparing for something big. A nationwide tour celebrating the 40th anniversary of Stand By Me. And in their minds, Rob Reiner was supposed to be part of that journey. They expected to see him again, to reconnect, to celebrate together. But that moment never came. And that's where the story takes a different turn. Because suddenly, this isn't about awards or appearances anymore. It's about timing. It's about loss. And it's about the kind of closure people don't always get. Corey admitted that the cast never had the chance to say goodbye in their own way. No final moment, no shared farewell. Just the sudden realization that the opportunity was gone. And that kind of absence stays with people. But instead of letting that define the story, he made a different choice. He decided to honor it. The tour, the re-release of the film, the conversations with fans. It's all part of something bigger now. A way to celebrate not just the movie, but the man behind it. Because for Corey, and for many others, Stand By Me isn't just a film. It's a piece of their lives. And maybe that's why this moment has resonated so deeply. Because beneath the surface of a Hollywood tribute, there's a much more human story unfolding. One about connection, about missed moments, and about finding a way to say goodbye, even when you didn't get the chance the first time. But the question still lingers. Was Corey Feldman intentionally left out of that tribute? Or was it simply one of those things that happens in a complex industry? Right now, no one knows for sure. And maybe that's why people can't stop talking about it. Because sometimes, the most powerful stories aren't the ones that are fully explained. They're the ones that leave just enough unanswered to stay with you. So what do you think? Or was this just an unfortunate oversight? Or is there more going on behind the scenes? And if you were in Corey's position, would you have handled it the same way? Let me know in the comments.